Aidan Hutchinson has changed the Detroit Lions forever.
Aidan Hutchinson was the chosen one.
It's Hutchinson again!
Ever since we drafted him, now we're winning playoff games. Now we're playing great. Now we're the brand new Lions.
The hometown star defensive player has been tearing up the NFL, completely wrecking offenses, striking fear into quarterbacks, and making a strong case to win Defensive Player of the Year in 2025.
Aidan Hutchinson knocked it loose! The Lions are going to win this game!
What he is an absolutely perfect avatar on the field for what Dan Campbell wants.
He's been essential in the Detroit Lions now being heralded as one of the NFL's best teams.
They are almost the model of what an organization is supposed to be, which is crazy to think of if you were to just back 6 years for what they were.
Aidan Hutchinson has been instrumental in completely turning around a franchise that, for years, was considered the NFL's biggest laughingstock.
By record, they are the worst team in league history. 0-16.
Born in the year 2000 and raised in Plymouth, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit, Aidan Hutchinson grew up a Lions fan, and he saw everything. He saw the 30-year playoff win drought. He saw the 0-16 season. He saw fans wearing paper bags over their heads out of sheer embarrassment. That kid sitting in the stands witnessed the darkest times of this team.
Not a ton of great memories.
You know, growing up with the 0-16 team, growing up with just the same old Lions phrase.
This is just a bad team. The worst team, non-expansion team ever assembled in the NFL.
But little did anyone know, that same kid would be the one to save this franchise. Aidan Hutchinson's football journey began long before he was born because football ran in the family. His father, Chris Hutchinson, played for the local Michigan Wolverines from 1989 to 1992, and he was good. In 1992, he was named Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year and was even named First Team All-American. Naturally, Aidan would follow in his father's footsteps.
It was around 6th grade, maybe 7th grade, when I wrote on that piece of paper that I will play football at the University of Michigan.
Once I got in high school, I realized that football could really be an opportunity for me to play at the next level.
By his senior year of high school, Aidan had grown to 6'6", standing out as one of the top defensive ends in the country. He was rated a 4-star recruit and was wanted by a lot of top programs. But when he got an offer from Michigan, well, I think it's pretty obvious where his mind was at.
I was so young at the time, and man, it rocked my whole world. Putting on that uniform was really a surreal experience for me.
Aidan Hutchinson entered Michigan ready to prove himself as a formidable defensive end. Although he got minimal playing time in his freshman year of college, by his 2019 season he had earned himself a starting position on the team, and he broke out, recording 4.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 6 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. Heading into 2020, Aidan Hutchinson had one goal in mind: dominate in his final season of college football, and then declare for the NFL draft in 2021. But just 3 games into the season, tragedy struck when, on a play like any other, Aidan went down.
It's Aidan Hutchinson, captain of this defensive line, down.
And it was seemingly a nothing burger play. You didn't even know what happened to him. And you see him not being able to get up, but then you see him walk off and you're like, oh, okay, he's going to go to the locker room. Not going to be 100%, but he'll be all right. And then he doesn't come out.
I'm just sitting there alone, and they told me my season's over. And those are words I never thought I'd ever hear. And I just broke down crying.
After fracturing his ankle, his season was over, and his NFL dreams were derailed. However, he got some good news when he was told he was going to make a full recovery.
They're saying this is going to heal fine, he's going to be 100%, and then it was game on.
When the doctors cleared him for the 2021 season, Aidan Hutchinson did not hesitate to take a risk and come back for his senior year of college football.
I mean, I've done everything from my body, what I put in it, to ensure that we have success this season, and I'm willing to die for this, I swear.
That decision ended up changing his life forever, because in 2021 he had a monster year, sacking opposing quarterbacks a school record 14 times. He also accumulated 16.5 tackles for loss and 2 forced fumbles. He was named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, a unanimous All-American, and a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. He led Michigan towards beating their most hated rival, Ohio State, for the first time in a decade and earning their first Big Ten title since 2004. Aidan left Michigan as not just a legend and a culture changer, but as now the best prospect in the 2022 NFL Draft. He was the consensus #1 overall pick. However, as draft night drew closer and closer, the conversation started to shift. Analysts began buzzing about Georgia's Travon Walker being the better prospect.
And now all of a sudden, this edge rusher from the University of Georgia is rising up the draft board. Skip, I'm looking at his stats. In his entire college career, he had 9.5 sacks, 13 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble in 3 years. Hutchinson had that just last year.
Walker's athletic traits and upside captivated NFL scouts. For many, his potential was more valuable than Aidan's proven production. And when draft day came around, the Jacksonville Jaguars made it clear that they agreed with that sentiment as they selected Travon Walker first overall. This decision led to everything coming back full circle, because up next with the second overall pick were the Detroit Lions. And with Aidan Hutchinson still on the board, I think everyone knew exactly who they had their eyes on.
The Detroit Lions select Aidan Hutchinson, defensive end, Michigan.
I'm so happy. This was an absolute no-brainer. Aidan Hutchinson will be the guy, though, to lead us to 10-7 in a playoff.
It was the Lions all the way. Through the whole draft process, I wanted them to pick me.
Born in Michigan, raised in Michigan, went to Michigan. This is a storybook. This is exactly what they need as they try to reverse 6 decades of dysfunction.
The Detroit Lions were coming off a brutal 3-13-1 season in 2021. They were a franchise in desperate need of direction, leadership, and hope. Head coach Dan Campbell, general manager Brad Holmes, and owner Sheila Ford were trying to rebuild not just a roster, but a culture. And they saw the Detroit native Aidan Hutchinson as the perfect cornerstone. Their belief in him paid off almost instantly because in his rookie season, Aidan made an immediate impact, totaling 9.5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, and 3 interceptions.
Pressure comes, went, hit, sack, Aidan Hutchinson, that's number 2.
His electrifying energy and play style set the tone for a new era in Detroit. The Lions went from 3 wins to 9, and they capped the season off with a statement win over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
There's never been a sense of the Lions being in charge of that division in the 50 years that I've been following the NFL, and it feels like it may be the dawn of the Lions finally turning it around.
However, it was in 2023, Aidan's second year, where everything truly changed. He took his game to another level, becoming one of the most disruptive defenders in football. He led the league in pressures and had 11.5 sacks on the season. His dominance propelled the Lions to a 12-5 record and their first playoff berth in years. The stage was set. The Detroit Lions were going to be facing off against their former quarterback Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card. The Lions had the opportunity to finally break that playoff win curse that had been looming over Detroit for 32 years.
This is for the city. This is for Detroit. They deserve this. Let's go.
If there was a chance for the Lions to bury their old identity and establish a brand new one, it was now. Fortunately for the Lions and the city of Detroit, their homegrown hero stepped up tremendously.
That's what makes me special as a player. I think in the biggest games, it's where I come through the most.
From the opening snap, Hutchinson anchored the Lions defense and he set the tone for the game. He was everywhere, pressuring Stafford, disrupting the Rams offense, and not allowing any easy yardage. As the game progressed, it was coming down more and more to the wire. With just under 5 minutes left in the game, the Rams trailed 23-24 and faced 3rd and 14 at the Lions' 44-yard line. A first down here could very well change the outcome of this game. But Aidan Hutchinson did everything in his power to ensure that didn't happen. He exploded off the edge and immediately pressured Stafford, which then led to this.
Pressure comes, Stafford steps up, delivers downfield, it is knocked away, incomplete.
After that incompletion, the Rams never got the ball back. A clutch first down from the Lions offense officially secured their storybook wildcard victory. The curse was broken. Detroit had won its first playoff game in over 30 years.
That's gonna do it! That's gonna do it! For the first time since January 5th, 1992, these Detroit Lions are gonna win a playoff game!
Oh my God.
Detroit, stand up! You've waited for this!
Man, so much to be proud of for this football team. What they have done, bringing belief in this team back to the city of Detroit.
Aidan Hutchinson is a culture changer.
What a staple type of game for an entire program, an entire franchise.
It's unbelievable. It's crazy to see where we're at now and to see that we're breaking those old phrases and we're creating new phrases. And I've been thinking about it, and a lot of the little kids growing up are seeing these Lions that we have right now, and they get to grow up with this and what we're gonna have for years.
Being a big factor in ending that era of the same old Lions was more than enough to cement Aidan Hutchinson as a local legend in the city of Detroit. But if you thought his story ended here, you'd be very wrong, because in 2024, he made yet another leap as a player. To begin the season, he looked borderline unstoppable. I mean, in week 2 alone, he had 4.5 sacks against the Buccaneers. He was the clear-cut front-runner to win Defensive Player of the Year. However, everything changed in week 5.
Aidan Hutchinson down for the Lions. The entire Lions team is coming off the bench.
I reach over and I grab my leg, and then I can feel my fibula like sticking out.
Aidan Hutchinson broke his leg. This injury was devastating for him, for his teammates, and for the city.
I've had a season-ending injury before, but this one was different because we were balling out as a team, and I was balling out. It got taken away like that.
There was moments of, a lot of frustration for sure.
Without Aidan, the Lions struggled in the playoffs, and those Super Bowl aspirations were crushed by the Commanders.
Anything that could go wrong did go wrong for this football team tonight.
But with the support of friends, family, and the city, Aidan Hutchinson attacked rehab with everything he had.
I was hell-bent on doing all the recovery I could, trying to do everything I could to get back as soon as I can.
But Hutch is ahead of schedule. This guy's doing everything to perfection.
Put a lot into my recovery, so I think it all has paid off. I feel primed, I feel ready to go, and it's only a matter of time.
By the time the 2025 season arrived, he was ready. And it didn't take long for him to show everyone that he didn't lose a single step. Once again, he's currently playing as one of the best players in all of football. Through 8 games, he has 7 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles. He's on pace towards having the best season of his career, and he's building yet another strong case to win Defensive Player of the Year. So it should be no surprise that the Lions decided to lock him down for the foreseeable future.
This handsome, blonde-haired, absolute animal was then drafted to the Detroit Lions. And what has he been since then? An absolute terror. $141 million guaranteed to Aidan Hutchinson. It is the largest non-quarterback guaranteed contract in the history of the NFL.
The Detroit Lions gave Aidan Hutchinson this huge contract because they know he's worth every penny. He's not just another pass rusher. He's the embodiment of this new and revitalized Detroit Lions team. He's gritty, he's tough, he's relentless, but he's also caring, he's kind, and he's a leader for the locker room and for the community. He's been instrumental in the Lions washing off their old identity and establishing a brand new one, an identity of winners. Aidan Hutchinson is the heart and soul of not just the Lions, but of Detroit.
And when I look back at my career, you really understand the impact you made on people. It's really a beauty of a thing.